Welcome, Ms. Nielsen. We still have service members engaged in Afghanistan, as you know, and they continue to rely on our wartime allies for their mission: interpreters, translators, cultural advisors, contractors, and so on. And so there are a lot of local nationals who are risking their lives for the success of our mission, and they've been promised safety through the Special Immigrant Visa Program. And yet the number of special immigrant visa recipients dropped from more than 18,000 in fiscal year 2017 to only 10,000 and change in fiscal year 2018. And thus far, we've admitted only 729 of them. Can you explain the significant drop in admissions? And then I'm going to just ask you about a specific case that I've inquired about with my colleague, Representative Denham.
Sure. First, let me just say, because I know you want to use your time well, happy to come give you a brief very specifically. Some of it has to do with the increase in vetting that we do for anyone now coming to the country. And so to some extent, the process takes a bit longer. But as to why that specific drops, sir, happy to come chat with you about it.
Okay, good. Let us definitely pursue that. I sent you a letter back in July with a bipartisan group of members. Representative Denham and I got together to do it, inquiring about the status of the case of Mohammed Kamran, who's an Afghan national who worked for many years as an interpreter for the U.S. Navy, the Army, the USAID, the UN. We sent the letter in July. We finally received a response a couple of weeks ago that said that you could not disclose any information about the status of Mr. Kamran's family, even though we provided a privacy waiver along with our submission to you. We understand he was denied entry for discretionary security reasons, but when his family sought humanitarian parole, they were denied on ostensibly the same basis, including his youngest daughter, who was 4 years old at the time, and it's hard to believe that she constituted any kind of national security threat or risk. Given that his adult brother and sister were granted asylum, how can his family be treated as a national security threat? And can you illuminate what's going on in this case? It's obviously of profound concern to that family and those American personnel who've taken an interest in this case.
Sir, I'm happy to provide you those details. I don't have them in front of me, but happy to follow up very quickly.
Do you know how many other U.S. military interpreters have had their refugee cases denied as a matter of policy discretion?
I do not as a policy discretion. What we do is we do a background check, as you know. Unfortunately, some of them do not pass that. And then in some limited cases, once they receive refugee status, they do something that eliminates or kicks them out of that status. But I can also get you the exact number. Happy to.
I mean, I wonder if you would just close with any thoughts you have about this as a matter of basic fairness and humanitarian principle for the people involved, as well as a matter of national security concern for American military personnel and advisors who are working over there, who depend on interpreters and other people in that kind of situation. And do we really want to be closing the door on people's refugee applications?
Sir, happy to. We're certainly not closing the door. I think it is important to put it in perspective that last year the United States granted more refugees and asylum status than the next 3 countries combined. So we remain the most humanitarian country. That's certainly my goal, to continue to do that, as well as to support the U.S. military.
I got you. But I mean, my concern, of course, is the dramatic, precipitous, demonstrable drop in the number of admissions of people who are acting on our team in Afghanistan. And I wonder if you would kindly follow up on the specifics of this case of Mr. Kamran, whose case has been given a lot of attention now by both Democrats and Republicans, people across the aisle who are really concerned that he's been given a raw deal. If you would pursue that and then answer more generally about what we're doing to make sure that these people are taken care of.
Absolutely, sir. Happy to do that.
Okay, I look forward to meeting with you and your staff on that. Thanks so much.